Ciao, Juventini of the world. Sorry about that one. This is the Fakest Fans channel. Welcome back, Juventini, to the Juventinita, Back to Black and White podcast. And today we're going to be taking a different look at the brand that is Juve. We changed our logo a few years back to this strange J with our name above it. And I think we have a pretty good video lined up for you guys. It's going to be a shorter video, which a lot of you will probably be happy with. And we have Ivan on again, which this video in particular took place before our podcast. And guys, if you haven't checked that out yet, please do. And smash the subscribe. Give me a 5-star if you so choose on iTunes, and share it as much as you can. It always helps me. And but basically, this was taken from the pre-show, and we just kind of had a frank conversation. No one really had their argument fully drawn out or anything like that. But I want to make sure, in this transfer market clickbaiting world, I hope that we can kind of talk about something that is a little bit different. There's been a lot of news stories about who's coming in, who's coming out, and that will be covered in my next podcast. But for right now, I hope you guys can enjoy this. It's a pretty simple video. We talk about obviously 3 different ideas. One, keeping the logo the same, maybe modernizing. Another, leave it as is. The new logo is perfect. And maybe, having 2 different logos, one for brand, one for actual shirts. So have a listen, see what you guys think. Please drop a comment below. I know it's been a little bit of time off for me. I've been taking it in, the time off, obviously, that we've had a long last season with a lot of games, a lot of podcasts, as well as trying to find different ways to have authentic content for you guys, and making and obviously bringing new guests on that I haven't had before, as well as some familiar faces talking about different subjects. But again, this is going to form a conversation. Essentially, I'm going to have a couple more videos in this series where we discuss, the different tactics Adidas is using in terms of their brand and their deal with Juve, as well as our shirts and how they look, and compare them to a couple other teams, and see what you guys think about what we've done this year, what we've done in the past, in the recent future, because the deal hasn't been that long. And I hope that you guys can take away that, we're just having a good time. I know there's been a lot of back and forth online. Again, I'm not trying to get you guys to take sides or anything like that. That's between me and that person. Calling people out for their, ability to provide for their fans after reaching a milestone. That's pretty pathetic in my opinion, and kind of expose the true rationale of that person and really what he wants to achieve. And I think that is just to make money off your clicks. And I mean, we see it every day where we're getting the same mumbo jumbo, same jargon of who's coming in and clickbaity titles. So, I mean, I'm going to leave that up to you guys as the fans. All I can say is this. We are going to be dropping a beautiful edit of Del Piero, and with the retweets and the follows, obviously, to this channel, you're going to be entered for that Del Piero jersey. I thought of maybe taking it away because, to call into question, to ruin it for you guys, to me was pretty sad. And for someone to then later on not apologize, go into a little group of people that he hadn't offended, I mean, it's pretty petty. And let's just be real. I mean, the guy has slated everyone in this community. I've always said this, there's room for everybody in the Juve community, whether that's content, whether that's, written or video or channels, podcasts, whatever you name it, there's room for everybody. And, the amount of the amount of people that have been slated by this dude, again, do your research. You choose to follow whoever you want. I try to be as authentic as I can be. and I'm not going to be putting up with fans calling others fake while they're winning fake contests that you can see all of their fake merch in the background that they've won from a certain brand, and celebrating a skybox experience where he's taken that experience from all of you fans. So I would like to see all of you guys be able to experience that. All of you guys be able to go to the stadium. What I try to do at the end of every episode is, bring a little piece of that. I know we're far away. We don't know when the stadium's going to be open, and we also don't know when we're going to be going back. And I know a lot of you guys tried to get out there for your first time. I've had an amazing experience when I was in there in 2016, and I hope you guys all get to do that. A certain company really only likes creators to get in there, and I'm just being honest. It's pretty petty. It's pretty sad that we're trying to, and you look at all these Juve brands, and they're really catering to clicks, to follows, and they're trying to get your money from you. So again, do your research, like I say with everything, whether you want to commit to a certain cryptocurrency, because it's pretty embarrassing, kind of the tactics they've been using, and who's been getting surprisingly multiple wins. I guess they should try for the lotto, because if they're that lucky, shit, they must be able to win a lottery as well. So again, guys, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate everything. All the true fans. I look at the numbers, even with when I went back and forth with some Ronaldo fans. The numbers are staying. You guys are staying for the content. The edits that we've been dropping have been, I think, pretty great. And again, if you guys want anything done or created, let me know. Drop me a DM, drop me a line in the comments of this video or any other video. I respond to everything. And I really want to kind of, I want to be there so that when someone wants to say something, when someone wants to get something off their mind about Juve, they have a platform. And there's no groups, and there's no, cliques and all that. Al's taught me well. Al has been a big proponent of why I started this, and my love for Juve as well. Really, at the end of the day, if you guys do not really believe that I'm being honest, you're more than welcome to unfollow and not listen to the podcast. That's fine for me. I'll continue to keep doing this until no one wants to listen to this anymore. So at the end of the day, you know where I stand. I know where you guys stand, I hope. And yeah, let's just keep creating content. Again, if anyone wants to come on the podcast, they're more than welcome. A DM will suffice, and we'll make it happen. I know it's tough with the different time zones and stuff like that, but I think I can be pretty accommodating, as I've shown so far. So guys, this is for fun. I'm not making any money out of this. All of the stuff that I've given away is all out of my own pocket. So I definitely want to give that jersey to someone who deserves it, and I think I have a good idea of doing that. And you're going to find out in the next coming days. That I can promise you. And without further ado, club or brand? What are your guys' thoughts? Houston, we have a problem. And yes, guys, you're seeing my face again, unfortunately. This video should have been up at the beginning of the week, but I've had to make a couple changes because of a critical error that I should have figured before. It didn't seem too much of an issue, but Juve likes to put a fork in everything that the fans like to do, whether it's how we name our podcasts, what videos we like to use, highlights. So unfortunately, I'm not going to get into the specifics on what. I'm sure you'll figure it out. You guys are pretty smart. So we had to remove some content, unfortunately, like I said. And this video is going to be now going to be dropped the day before the Juve Quiz 2.0. And guys, please check that out. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be a live stream. And I hope you guys can come join us. I hope to not get my ass kicked too badly. I know it's going to be a final. And you know how Juve isn't fun. No, I'm just kidding, guys. It's gonna be fun. AJ is a great competitor, and I can't wait to meet him and just go through this, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what the questions come out, and hopefully I can answer most of them and take the W for you guys. So thanks as always for watching, and I just want to add a little bit, maybe more context. I know the video was about 20 minutes originally, so just kind of my thoughts on this logo, right? Oh, wrong side. This logo. Yeah, there we go. We'll get it. This logo right here. And to me, it was a shock. We got the news in about January of 2017. And to me, it almost all went down from there. We go into a final that summer, or that's late spring, if you want to call it that, and get smashed 4-1 by Real Madrid. And you could say, yeah, they were a far superior team. Is that maybe the reason why we changed the logo to, have a new logo in all these finals that we've been losing? I mean, I think that was discussed ahead of even making the final against Real Madrid. So I don't see that being the fact. But to me, it's just soulless. There's no real life to it, and it kind of has been mirroring how we've played so far in these last few years. And I didn't think we needed to jump that far. Like, my take is always going to be, sure, we can modernize, make the logo look, sleek, more applicable for clothing and shoes and stuff like that. But you look at Arsenal, they modernized. You look at Real Madrid, kind of consolidated. Barcelona has been very similar. You look at Atletico Madrid, I didn't like them going the direction they did with getting rid of their traditional logo. Then all these other teams, and everyone's like, well, look, everyone's following us. All the minnows, like Alaves, now all of a sudden, Juve's plan is perfection because Alaves changes their logo. I don't agree with that at all. Tottenham, again, consolidated. Man U, we look at the backlash they received, even just to curve the bottom of the logo, really strange. And again, it means a lot to certain fans. And again, like I said, they could have come to a compromise, something modern, something sleek, something similar to what we've had. Kind of, you look at how the logos evolved, and yes, we've had a J, but I don't see, you lose a final, like I said, and I think that's the worst time to then all of a sudden say, here's a new brand. Like, we're turning the page. It's like, no, you have to build up towards that. And I think the argument that we're trying to become like a commercial brand is just not applicable. We look at these other brands that have been built over over 100 years, and even 50, 60 years. You look at, the story behind even a company like Supreme and how they've had to grow, and they were just into, let's say, skateboarding, and then it became, sneaker culture, and that it's not something you just throw out there. And I think it's just a massive mistake. Sure, I mean, the merch looks nice, looks sleek, but I'm not going to Juve to buy merch like, to go out, or to look a certain way. Their icon collection was bust, in my opinion. They had one nice hoodie I liked. It was kind of like a faded gray with Life as a Matter of Black and White in like a purple, pink, whatever color you want to call it. And I thought that was okay. That was kind of fire. But the rest of it, I just think it's a miss. Like, you're not a designer. You're stepping into a world that you shouldn't be stepping into. This should have been brought in by someone else, like whatever. If you want to go designer brand, or if you want to go like kind of mix it up with the sneaker culture, like what we've done with Palace. The Palace thing was only one kit, and I think that was, again, forced by Adidas. It was more offered by Adidas. We'll see what happens in the future, but I want to dropped some comments from my Zio Spacamuro, and he says it pretty plain and simple. If you gotta explain it, that says it all. What the hell is this J? What is the goal of this brand? To be more friendly to newer fans, to be friendly to brands, for different partnerships so that we can bring in more money to the club. That's about it. And I don't see this new logo doing anything of that because, like I've said multiple times, brand recognition is huge and no one knows who the hell it is. And now we've taken away even the name above that. So now if you've never seen this, if you're someone out of calcio, out of football, how are you attracting to what? What is, okay, you see this, Adidas, you know exactly, 3 stripes. This has been built over 100 years. You know, they had their old logo. Now they kind of modernize and they take that in different levels. But those are over commercial products. That's their goal. You know, you look at the most recognizable logo. To me, these are all commercial brands. Like it took the Yankees for various celebrities. And again, this is from like you can't compare America to Italy. It's not the same. The commercial principles are completely different. And if you want to say you want to get there, yes, but you don't start with this. Like I don't understand this stupid mic, but is getting in my way. But you can't just start like that and just drop of a hat. I mean, you got to build it up. You know, start by throwing more of like a J logo into your, you know, maybe a third kit. Start picking that up. That's how you do. You build it. You don't just go drop because it's again, there's no one that's going to recognize it besides fans. And I mean, it's received its fair share of criticism all across the world and, you know, from other fans. Some people say they really like it. That's fine. To me, I don't think it really sways it. And again, Zio bringing up, you know, why can't we have a logo for the jersey, a sporting logo, and a brand? Like, if they want to build this brand so heavily and like this is so important to them, just have 2. And one being the symbol of the business side, the brand side, the clothing side, whatever, and one being on the jerseys. I mean, to me, this J is not. I've seen a lot of logos changing from clubs in Brazil to clubs in France, clubs in Germany, clubs in Spain, even clubs in Italy. Didn't go to this level, and I don't see a need for it. There's so many clubs that have been so steady with just pumping out the same thing. And, you know, when you see Real Madrid's logo, they know. They're not going to just do some like RM in a modern kind of font. Like that's not what people want. I think it was the myth that we thought this was going to like somehow change, is going to be life changing, and really we have still Jeep, one of our own brands, on our jersey, and we have Adidas deal where even bringing in Ronaldo, we're only getting 51 million. So I'll talk about that obviously in the jersey portion of this. But with that being said, I think and I hope that Adidas tips kind of their cap to the OGs and maybe goes back to it in a year or two to, you know, any one of our old logos. I think that would be awesome. And I think it's pretty simple with fans. It's like black and white stripes, a blue and yellow, pink kind of, or pink second, and then go crazy on the third. I think everyone would have been fine like that. And, you know, we just like went 100. We went complete in the other direction. So, guys, let me know what you think. Those are a couple opinions. Ivan's going to talk about his. We're going to talk a little bit more of, you know, what the Palace deal meant and some other stuff. Guys, check out the Juve Quiz 2.0 with at Roman or at Juve Therapy, on YouTube. Come chill. Maybe drop some comments. Maybe sneak me some answers. Just kidding. But let's have some fun tomorrow, and I'll I'll definitely tweet out the time and get you guys involved. Hopefully tonight I'm gonna be doing the draw. I'm gonna be going to dinner with my family, but as soon as I get home, I'm gonna put the names in. I'm gonna drop a last call. You'll probably have seen this by the time the video comes out, but last call for alcohol. I mean, for this jersey. And guys, thank you again for all the support. Sorry I had to take it down and have to redo a bunch of it, but it wasn't too much work. And let me just say this completely. I respect the person that asked for it, and no, it isn't because of Bobo the Clown's content that I talk about in the earlier section and after. So don't worry, that wasn't the reason if that's what you're wondering. But that being said, let's get into it. Here's the pre show of one of the podcasts I've done, and yeah, let's get into the conversation. Oh, and before I forget, I actually know the real reason why. I mean, if you look at, I've been driving around everywhere, and you're gonna see this photo. You're gonna be seeing this photo in a couple seconds, but this is where we actually got the design from, and you're gonna be shocked, guys. You're gonna be actually shocked. I can't believe Juve took this design from something, but that you're gonna see right now. And yeah, guys, that's where we got our logo from. So now when you think of that, that's it. So guys, enjoy, and thank you for listening. Thank you for keeping up with the channel, and let's get into the video. Well, yeah, because Ivan, your opinion on the logo is just trash. I just gotta say that right now.
Oh, no way. That logo is gold, buddy. It is gold. It is absolutely a masterful stroke by Juventus. Hey, it's not the first time we had the J on our crest, eh? We had the J in our crest many moons ago, and
Right.
that was it. So
yeah, I think someone brought that up way back, when it came out, right?
And it may be trying to. Now, I'm not going to say disassociate yourself, but at least bringing the team into the 20th century. Because I'm telling you, Juve is the only team in Serie A. The only team. The other teams are good from I guess a development standpoint. Okay, but from an actual organizational, full scale and entertainment company, they are doing what they do here in North America. It's the full gamut. And I understand what you're saying. They could have simplified the logo like West Ham, PSG. I get it.
Well, they should have, because every team's doing that. Look at even Alaves right now. I don't know if you saw on Twitter, someone dropped that off of Footy Headlines, right? It's pretty much the same thing, but like a modernized look. I wouldn't have had no problem if it was like that, but to me, it's too far.
You think it's too far, right? Because are you a traditionalist?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. See, so am I, but it was hard for me to understand or grasp it before, but I'm getting the fact that on print and on social media and just my friend, I'm telling you, my friend is from the East Coast. He is a Southeast Asian descent, right? But from the East Coast, and is a huge basketball fan. He grew up playing basketball with some of the better coaches in Canada. Huge fan of PSG, and the PSG Nike collaboration with, I think was it Jordan,
right,
and PSG. But okay, so he's on that fashion stuff.
Oh, me too. I agree.
The stuff that we did with what's
Palace.
Yep. He automatically saw it and he goes, "Dude, is this Juve?" He goes, "That's a slick logo."
Right.
And this is someone who knows nothing. He likes PSG because he hears Mbappe and it's PSG and it's the Parisian team and stuff. And he's like, "This is absolutely slick." Now, when a friend of mine who's a huge basketball fan has little to no knowledge, he knows maybe 3 players: Ronaldo, Mbappe, Messi. I'd maybe give him another 2 players, right?
Right.
And he comes to me and he says, "That's a sweet looking jersey, and the logo is absolutely slick." My opinion, we have us who we know Juve, but someone who has absolutely no exposure, had little exposure to Juventus, making that comment, I'm gonna say that maybe someone's doing something right in the marketing department and creative.
Well, let me throw the counter to that though. So you said it perfectly though. It was a Palace was the reason why, not because it was a Juventus. It was because it was a Palace collaboration. Obviously, if you're a hype beast like myself and obviously other, there's a lot of kids that are like 18, 19 making, tens of thousands of dollars off of sneakers and stuff like that. But if it wasn't a Palace, like I said, if it isn't Jordan, if it isn't Palace, they don't know. From what Luca's telling me, when they're looking at the regular jersey in the store, they don't know. They got to look.
But you know what? Don't you think that, here's my thing. I always think there's a cause and effect, right? So I think that the Palace thing was done on purpose to really explode the brand the new branding of Juve, leveraging the Palace brand in order to get more exposure of the new.
Are we talking about shoes? Is that what it is?
No, they're like so Palace is basically a brand from London that's that's heavily they have like it's obviously sneaker culture, but it's also they're heavily founded around skateboarding. That's what their thing was, and so they're pretty well known around the world. Obviously, they do a lot of limited drops, like limited merch, like jackets, shirts, whatever. Kind of like a Supreme. Now, if Juve pulls off getting like a Supreme, okay, then I'll have some respect. I mean, even if it's a box logo or whatever. Okay, now I'll say they have something going on at the marketing. But one drop that Adidas does a lot of brand drops with Palace as it is. They've done for tennis. They've done for this. They've done for that. Yeah. So to me, I think this was more of an Adidas thing. I don't think it was a Juve thing. I think Palace actually, if you look in their collection, they have like a mini disc, like a Sony mini disc. I think it's called the, oh my God, what is it? It's like a 98, I want to say 97 kind of replica, but it says Palace mini disc instead of the obviously Sony and our branding on there. So I think maybe that's kind of why they got involved. But I mean, I don't know. I don't trust. Look at hashtag stronger. Well, what a way to end it. Talking about the hashtags, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's something different, a little bit shorter, for you guys to enjoy in the car or at home or something get your mind off all this transfer nonsense and talk about something different. I'd love to hear your opinion. Please drop it down in the comments. That's going to be amazing. I'm going to interact with everybody who does either that or on Twitter. This has been a lot of fun. I'm going to be talking about the kicks that Adidas have been dropping. I know they've just released the Ultra Boosts that are correspondent to the third kit, but there's also rumors that another kick, set of sneakers are going to be coming out on September 2nd, and those are going to be, I believe, the ZX 6000 or the 4000 series. And they're kind of interesting. They're kind of like dad shoes, so not sure who's going to be getting them. Please, again, let me know in the comments who's got the Ultra Boost. Let me know in the comments who's going to pick up those new shoes that are coming out. And then, I just want to kind of go over what I think about what Juve's done, what Adidas has done. And I hope that, I can get your feedback and let me know, hey, Daniel, you're wrong, or hey, Daniel, you're out of touch, or whatever. You have a dumb opinion. I don't care. I like to hear it. I like to go back and forth. So let me know that. And then after that one, we're going to be talking about the kits that came out this year. I'm hoping to get all three kits available to discuss, as well as a certain team that I have an affection for. Maybe I don't necessarily cheer for, but I do have an affinity for this city, and it is in my DNA. So I think it's going to be interesting for you guys to see. Again, I want to hear what you have to say, your comments, and again, a little bit of a different direction compared to the hour, 2 hour podcast, hour and a half, 2 hour podcast that we have. And I hope this is fun. I hope to do some more of these in the future. I know for me it's a little difficult with work, career wise, that comes first. And I just hope to entertain as much as I can and get you guys involved whenever we can. And, we have lots of things in the work. We're going to have a financials podcast. We're going to have some transfer talk. We're going to have preseason podcasts. We're going to have season preview podcasts. Hopefully to do that over multiple episodes to get as many people involved as I can. And I think I want to do a recap of the 95-96 season. So if anyone is interested in collaborating and helping with that, I would love to get involved with that, to put that out for you guys, because I think it's such a huge moment for Juve fans, winning that last Champions League and kind of going over everything that happened in that season, from the jerseys to the stats to the important games to everything. I mean, that's what I really wanted to do with this channel when I first started. I really wanted it to bring it back to the history. A certain other account seems to think that they want to now try and get away from their clickbait. That's fair enough. I can respect what one of the contributors has done for this community, and I've seen their growth. I've seen what they're trying to do and bring everyone together, and I really appreciate him putting in the time to do that. The other two, we'll leave it as is from what I've said in the first part of the video. Guys, thank you so much for watching again. Please again subscribe. That really helps me. Follow on iTunes, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts. That's going to keep you guys up to date with all the videos that I have coming out. And again, guys, thank you so much. You guys are the best. And as always, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao, guys.